most of us actually understand that there is a great need to reform the United Nations. It's a common sense the UN is not playing the role which the UN should be playing.
How about multilateral relationships? For example, both India and Japan could have played more important roles in the United Nations if they were given the kind of seats or positions that they deserve. Could you please share your thoughts about this and other aspects of any aspect of multilateralism? Thank you very much.
Thank you. I mentioned it in passing because it was also something yesterday I discussed in some detail with Minister Kamikawa. Most of us actually understand that there is a great need to reform the United Nations. It's a common sense, I would say, conclusion, because when the United Nations was founded, there were roughly about 50 countries who were members. Today, there are almost 200 countries who are members. So in any organization, if the membership has grown 4 times, the leadership and the decision making of that organization cannot remain the same. We are seeing today the problem when there is inadequate change. Because if you look today at many of the key issues in the world, the UN is not playing the role which the UN should be playing. Now, it's not like there has never been change. There has been change. The Security Council has been expanded once to bring in more non-permanent members. We know change will come. We know there will be a change in the Security Council. The real issue is, when does it come? How long does it take? And what form will it take? Now, again, even if you look at what form will it take, I think some parts of it are quite obvious. There is not a single African member. There is not a single Latin American member. I mean, Africa is a continent of more than 50 nations, but there's no member. So, in the case of Asia, yes, there is one member, but if you look today at the dynamism of Asia, the demographics of Asia, the size of nations, I think there's a very, very strong case as well. These discussions are going on. We felt that, in many ways, the discussions have not progressed because those who are opposed to any change have found ways of delaying it. But we have now reached a stage where actually different countries and groups are presenting more. There is a process called the Intergovernmental Negotiation, IGN process. The process is currently chaired by Kuwait and Austria. They are today being presented with different models of how such change can happen. The developing countries, the Global South, has presented its model. It's a group called L69 there. Mexico has presented its model. On behalf of small countries, Liechtenstein has presented its model. I think G4, that is India, Japan, Germany, and Brazil, we will be presenting our model as well. And I'm sure there'll be an African presentation. There may be some other regions. So it is a process which is moving. We believe that process cannot be stopped. It can be delayed. But in the good of the world, the sooner it happens, the better it would be. If the most populous countries of the world are kept out, or if some of the biggest resource providers for the UN are kept out, that's not good for the organization. So we want that realization really to grow. And as someone who's seen this debate over many, many decades, I do feel today that there is a certain momentum